Hi everyone, today we have a 50-minute Pilates Flow class. I'll provide modifications along the way, so that way everyone has an option for their full body flow. Let's get started on the mat, taking your legs a little bit wider than your hips. Start by reaching your arms out nice and long, stepping out to the side, reach your arm overhead, bend both of your knees into a curtsy lunge, and then step out to the side. So you're lengthening through your leg. Again, reach up and over, lower into your curtsy lunge, and reach. Taking it down and up, keeping that chest nice and open here. Again, lower and lift. Making sure that you're rotating out from your hips slightly, but that your knees and your ankles are in line with your hips here. Again, lower and lift. 5 more. 5. Press. 4. 3. 2. 1 more, and then let's repeat on the other side. So stepping out to the side, reach your arm up and overhead, lower and lift. Again, taking it down and up. Again, lower and lift. Bending through both of your knees as you lower down, and then lift on up. And reach. 5 more. 5. Press. 4. 3. 2. On this last one, go into your plie squat, taking your legs wider than your hips. Sit low, shift your weight from side to side, reaching your arms out nice and long. Just shifting your weight here, keeping that chest nice and open. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, lower and lift. Bending through both knees, reaching your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale and exhale. This is 8. 7, creating tension through that upper body without gripping. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, you're gonna stay low. So bend your knees, keeping your chest open, little pulses here. So you're working through your glutes, getting that nice stretch through your inner thighs. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it all the way up. Rotate so your legs are parallel, and then hinge from your waist, going into a nice flat back, reaching your arms down towards the mat. Bend your knees, and then extend your legs. Again, bend and extend. 2 more. Last one. Now bend your knees just a little bit. You can either roll it on up, think 1 vertebrae at a time, or you can walk up in that neutral spine. Turning to face the side. Take your legs underneath your hips now, keeping that chest nice and open. Reach your arms overhead as you lift up one leg. So you're firmly planting your opposite leg into the mat, keeping the hips nice and level. Step back, lower down into your lunge. Reach your arms back, pulse it out 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Now lift and press on up, going into that high knee, and then step it back again, lower down. 3, 2, 1, and lift and press. Again, lowering it back down. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Again, lower. And press. So this is a balance challenge. At the same time, you're strengthening through your legs. And lift. Again, lower. 2, 3, and press on up. and lift. 3 more. You can always make this movement a little bit smaller. Find that challenge for your body where you can engage your muscles. Again, lower. 2, 3, and lift. 1 more. Lower, down. 2, 3, and press. Now, same thing, but on the other side. Starting out with that high knee, pressing through your standing leg. Reach your arms up and overhead. Step it back, pulse it out 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Again, lower. 2, 3, and press. Using your breath to help you. And lift. Again, lower. 2, 3, and lift on up. Pressing through both of your legs. And now through your supporting leg, taking it down. 2, 3, and up. And lift. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Core engaged. Think belly bend to spine. Lift. 2 more. Press. And lift. Last one. Lower. 2, 3. Lift it all the way up. Now legs come right underneath your hips. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale to release. Tuck your chin. Peel it all the way down. So think 1 vertebrae at a time. As you reach down towards the mat, you want to lift the hips up nice and high. You can bend your knees as much as you need to in order to reach the mat. You still want to feel that stretch through the back of your legs into your hamstrings. Just releasing your head, releasing your neck. Walk your feet back out to a downward dog position. Pressing your heels towards the mat. Lifting your hips up nice and high. So you're keeping your chest open. You're thinking about releasing your heels down towards the mat here. Just using your breath to help you. A couple more breaths. And now you can lower down onto all fours here. Shoulders over your wrists. Hips over your knees. Next movement, round through your spine. Draw one knee in towards your chest. And then as you lengthen into that extension through your spine, extend your leg. So keeping it on the same side, rounding through your spine, drawing that knee in, and then lengthen to extend. Opening up the chest as you go into that nice extension here. And just remember, you can go through as much flexion and extension as you like. If this is a little bit too much on your knee or on your back, you can always just stay into cat-cow. You don't have to add the leg extension here. 4 more. Press. 3, 2, last one, and release back down. So now same thing, but on the other side. So start by just drawing that rib cage in and together, lifting your knee, and then extending nice and long. So you're finding that length through your spine here as you reach and press to extend. Again, round and lengthen. Rounding and then extending, so you're finding that mobility through your spine. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. So lowering down onto your forearms, Walk your feet back, either into your full plank or you can lower down into your half plank position. Shoulders are over your elbows. Find the length in your spine, and we're gonna hold it here. So drawing that rib cage in and together, using your breath to help you. Lift your hips up an inch and down an inch. So you're drawing in, belly bend to spine, hinging more from your hips. So that way, you're engaging through your lower abdominals as you lift and lower. And you can make this movement really small. You can make it a little bit bigger, only if you're using your core and you're not going into your low back here. Lift and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower down onto your knees. Separate your knees and lengthen your arms, reaching into that child's pose position. Nice big inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. One more breath here. Now lifting on up back to all fours. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up nice and high so you're getting that stretch again. Through the back of your legs, pressing your heels down into the mat. Start by pedaling your feet out right and left. Using that breath to help you. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips up nice and high again, pressing the heels down into the mat so you get a deeper stretch. Walk your feet back in towards your hands. Bend your knees and either roll it on up, or you can walk your hands up your thighs in a neutral spine. Lifting all the way up to the top, reach your arms up and overhead, and then release back down. Okay, so let's grab our weights. We're gonna stand towards the top edge of our mat, bending both of our knees. So you're in this mini squat position here. Step one leg back. So now you're in more of a lunge, reaching your arms forward. Draw your elbows back into a row as you bring that back leg in, and then extend, keeping that chest nice and open. And again, reach. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep your arms lengthened. Extend through your back leg, and now shift your weight forward. So most of your weight is through that front leg. Start by lifting your back leg up and down. You can stay here. You can lift your chest up to be a little bit more upright with this motion. Or you can bend through your supporting knee even more. Hinge forward so you're at that nice diagonal line, and add a lift and lower with the arms here. Lift and lower. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet together, come all the way up to stand. Same thing now, but on the other side. Bending through your knees. Extend your opposite leg back, reaching your arms forward. Draw the knee in and out. Keeping that chest nice and open here. Using that breath to help you. And press. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now on this last one, keep your leg extended. Hinging from your hips, you can also come upright a little bit more. Lift your back leg up and down. Keep that chest nice and open. You can also bend that supporting knee even more and add the arms. Lift and lower. Again, reach. And press. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet in, lift all the way up. So now, keeping a staggered stance. So one leg forward, one leg back, bending through your knees, lift the back heel up so your chest is nice and open. Palms are gonna face in towards each other. Hinge from your hips and lift on up using your glutes. Lowering down and then back up. Keeping your chest nice and open here. 7. This is 6. 5. You got this. 4 more. 4. Press. 3. 2. And 1. On this last one, stay here. You're gonna curl your arms in, press overhead, lower, and extend back down. So you have this little staggered stance, keeping both of your knees bent here. As you work through your upper body, you wanna be careful that you're not leaning back with this movement. Shoulders are over those hips. 5 more. 5. Press. And lower. 4. Reach. 3. This is 2. 1 more here. And lower down. Let's switch it out. So changing your feet out, bending both knees, lifting that back heel up, palms face in. So really hinging from your waistline, you're reaching down, and then lift on up. So you're using your glutes as you come back up to that stand, keeping that chest open. So you're really not rounding through your spine. You're finding that extension through your back as you lean forward and then lift on up. It's okay if you only hinge an inch and then lift on up. I'd actually prefer that versus reaching lower to the floor and rounding through your spine. This will help you with everyday movements. So if you're reaching down to pick up a bag or reaching down to pick up a kid, this is super helpful to learn this mechanic for your body so you really focus on strong everyday movements and to help support your spine. Okay, 4 more here. 4. Press. 3. 2. On this last one, you're gonna lift all the way up, keep the hips level, curl it in, extend overhead, bend, and lower down. Keeping that chest nice and open, and lower. Reach, and lower. Lift. Again, curl. Press. 5 more here. Reach. This is 4. 2 more. 2. Lift. Last one. And bring it on in. So stepping through, coming up to that full stand, turning to face the side. Take your arms out to a diagonal position. So reaching one arm up, one arm down, keeping both of your knees bent. Bring them in towards the center of your body and then out. So from the side, it looks like this. You can also lower your arms down a little bit. So it's a smaller diagonal if you're feeling this too much in your neck or through your shoulders here. Nice big inhale and exhale. 5 more. This is 5. Press. 4. 3. 2. On this last one, step your feet out, bend through your knees, reach down towards your knee, and then extend to lift and open. So bending from the knees and opening up through your arms, reaching into that diagonal line again. Just your weights are meeting over the knee instead. Lower, lift, and up, and reach. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold at the top, little pulses, pressing it back. Keeping your chest nice and open. You should feel this in your back and your shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Bring your elbows in towards your waistline. Bend your knees. Extend your arms, and then bring them back in. So you're going into that offering position here. Reaching and pressing and bending. 8, 7, this is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2. Last one. Now reaching actually towards the center of your body. Take your arms out to that diagonal line and then bring it back in. You can walk your feet in a little bit closer, keeping the knees bent, or you can keep them out a little bit wider. It's up to you. You can also make this diagonal line a little bit lower here. Just focusing on that diagonal line at the same time. 6 more. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now step your feet out nice and wide, keeping your legs slightly turned out. Bend through your knees, reach down towards your knee. Open and then close. Expanding through your chest as you reach out to that diagonal line here. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more here. 3, 2. On this last one, pulse it back. Little presses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Turning to face the side and standing towards the top of the mat. Bend your knees and trim your hips into a mini squat. Going into those bicep curls. Keep your chest nice and open. Lift and lower. And press. 8 more here. This is 8, 7, 6, 5. You can always elevate those elbows a little bit more. 2 more. 2 and 1. Now curl your arms in so you're lifting halfway up. You can also keep the elbows in, little pulses in. So the movement is a little bit smaller. You want to find that resistance through both directions here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Now keep that chest open. So you're not rounding the shoulders forward. You want to find the length through the crown of your head. Opening up that chest to feel good. Extend through the elbows and bend. So you're working through the back of your arms here. Stopping your weights around hip level or slightly forward. Reach and bend. Really lengthening through the back of your arms here. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Place the weights out to the sides. Reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale to release and lower it back down. So rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Or you can walk your hands down your thighs in a neutral spine. It's up to you. So getting that release through your back here. Reaching down towards the mat. Keep lifting your hips up nice and high. Step it back. And then shift your weight forward so you're in your plank position. You can lower down onto your knees in that half plank position. Walk your hands out towards the corner edges of your mat or out to the sides of your mat. We're going into push-ups next. So if you prefer to do a wall push-up, that's always an option. When you bend your elbows, think about taking them out to the corner diagonals, so 45 degrees. 10 push-ups Ready, here we go. Lowering down and up. Keeping your chest nice and open. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On the last one, you're gonna hold your plank here. So finding the length through the crown of your head. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. So shifting your weight, we're going to lie on our side here. So start by taking your forearm to the mat, keeping your chest nice and open. So both of your legs, reach them out to the side and then bring them towards that corner edge of the mat. So you're at this diagonal line, but your hips are stacked. So start by lifting your leg up and down. So I'm keeping my leg parallel. I'm not turning out this big turnout from my hip. I'm actually just doing a slight turnout at the top and then lowering back down. Keeping that leg nice and straight here. Pressing out of your shoulder. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now on this next one, you're gonna do one leg lift, lift and lower. Now rock back on your hip, lifting your legs up nice and high. So you're staying on your forearm and then lower all the way down. If that's tough on your hip or your back, or you're just struggling with the movement a little bit, one modification that you can do is after you lift your leg up and down, bend your knees and just shift your weight back and then rotate. You can also do the same movement where you keep your knees bent, extend your leg, and then rotate back down. So if you're feeling this in your hip, you can always place a towel in this area to give you a little extra support. So you can bend the knees to roll back. You can do the knees bent with a leg extension. Or you can keep both legs straight and you're gonna lift your legs up using your core. So this movement all stems through your trunk and then lower back down. Okay, so one leg lift and then lifting both legs using your abs. Lift and lower and then reach and lower back down. So you're working through your obliques a little bit more with this movement here. 8 more. This is 7. Keeping your knees straight by extending through your legs. 5. And press. 4. Reach. 3. This is 2. And lift. Last one. And lower back down. Nice work. Okay, so bend your knees. You can rest your head on top of your hand here. Start by lifting your leg, bending your knee and circling up, back, and around. So your hips are stacked. You're working through your glutes here, working through your hamstrings as you reach up and around. And lift. And press. If you want to come up to your forearm, that's another option. Getting that lift out of your rib cage here, engaging through your tummy muscles. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse this circle, taking it back up and around. So you're keeping the knee bent. As you take your toe back towards that wall, you want to feel it through your glute and your hamstring a little bit more. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your leg out to the side, flex your foot, lift your leg up and down. So you'll feel this through your hip here. You may feel this through the front of your thigh as you strengthen and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower it back down. So we're gonna do one leg lift, lift and lower. Now keeping your foot down on the mat, keeping your knee bent, reach and press up, and then lower back down. So it's a lift, lower, up, and down. This typically works for every body type. You may want to rotate your forearm out a little bit if that feels better on your shoulder. Lift and lower. You can also practice just by lifting your hips up an inch and down. So this movement is focused on engaging through your core here without going into your lower back. And press. 5 more. This is 5. Reach. 4. Press. 3. 2. Last one. And release back down. Lifting on up, keeping your knees bent. Reach into that nice side stretch. So you should feel this in your back. And then round and reach towards your knees if that feels good. Otherwise, you can stay reaching out to the side. And lift all the way back up. So now same thing, but on the other side. Start by lowering down on your forearm. Keeping that chest open. Lengthen through both of your legs. And you can bring them slightly forward towards that diagonal. Lift your leg up and down. So I use this hand in front of me to stabilize. You're lifting through your leg. So you're engaging through your glutes and you're engaging through the front of your thighs here. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So combo time, lifting your leg up once. So actually take your legs a little bit more towards the diagonal. So going to that corner edge. Lift your leg up and down. Now this is when you roll back on your hip. You can bend the knees using your core, still find that length in your spine and rotate back down. You can rotate back and extend one leg and then lower, or you can extend both legs at the same time, reaching your arm up and then lower back down. So it's a lift, lower, reach and extend, and lower back down. So the strength from this movement is happening through your hips and through your tummy muscles as you lift and lower. And again, lift, lower, lengthen, and back down. 5 more here. 4. And reach. 3 more. 3. This is 2. Last one. And lift and reach and lower back down. So a couple options. You can stay on your forearm or you can rest your head on your hand, keeping both of your knees bent, lengthen through your spine, circle your leg up, back, and around. So you're working through your hips and your glutes. You want to still feel that engagement through your core here, making sure that your ankle is in line with your knee and your hip. And reach. And press. 5 more here. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse the circle, taking your leg back up and around and forward. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your leg out to the side now, flexing through your foot. So making sure, again, your top hip is stacked right over your bottom hip. You're lifting out of your waistline, opening up the chest. You can always take your arm slightly out to this diagonal if that feels better on your shoulder. Lift your leg up and down. So you're finding the strength through the front of your thigh here. As you lift and lower, this is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lowering your leg down onto the mat. We're going into one lift up and down with the leg going into your side plank. So lifting your leg up and down, engage through your glutes, lifting on up using your tummy muscles. You can extend the arm or you can keep it down on the mat. You may need to walk your bottom knee back slightly and then lower back down. So it's a lift, lower, reach and press and take it back down. And lift. 8 more here. Press. This is 7, 6, and reach. 5, lift. 4, 3, 2 more. 2, last one, and lift and lower. Now bending both of your knees, lifting all the way up. Nice big side stretch here, reaching up and over. And then round and reach towards the diagonal. So you're getting that stretch through your low back here. And lift all the way back up. So just swiveling your feet, turning your hips. Feet are flat on the mat, keeping your knees bent. Lift out of your waistline here and reach your arms forward. Keeping your chest open, curl your pelvis under, peel it on back. Think one vertebrae at a time. So you're slowly rolling down, using your tummy muscles. Reach your arms back by your ears, and then you'll roll it on up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin. Feel that rib cage come in and together as you peel it on up. Sitting up nice and tall, nice big inhale. Again, exhale, roll it all the way down. So you're curling from the pelvis, no tension through your neck here. Reaching all the way back towards your ears. Rolling it all the way back up. So you're tucking your chin slightly, using your tummy muscles to lift. So this is the last one. You're gonna curl the pelvis under, peel it on down, find the length in your spine as you release. You're going to stay here as you reach your arms back, and then just take your arms down by your sides. Going into a bridge next. Lift your hips on up and then lower back down. So you may need to adjust your feet. You want to focus on an open chest, pressing the back of your arms into the mat here. Again, lower and lift. Making sure that you're not overextending through the rib cage. You still want to feel that connection of your rib cage coming in and together here. Lower and lift. 5 more. 5. Press. 4. 3. 2. Last one here, lifting your hips all the way up and then lower all the way back down. So just taking one leg up to the ceiling, flex your foot, take your leg back towards your face so you get that nice stretch through your hamstrings here. You're just gonna hold the stretch. You can always take your hands behind your thigh. You can keep the knees slightly bent if that helps you feel the stretch through the back of your leg a little bit more. Just using your breath to help you with the stretch. Release your leg back down. Let's switch it out. So taking your opposite leg up towards the ceiling, flexing your foot, and drawing your leg back towards your face. And just using your breath to help you here. And release all the way back down. So now taking your leg into tabletop, so just one leg is in tabletop, place your hand on your thigh so you get a little bit of that resistance in. Other hand can be behind your head. Lift your chest on up, lower, down, and up. So if you don't want to go into that chest lift, if it's a little too difficult or too much tension through your neck where you're not engaging through your core, keep your hand on your thigh and just lower your leg down into a toe tap and lift on up. So you're stabilizing, keeping that leg nice and strong here as you lower and lift. Otherwise, you can keep your leg into that tabletop position and start by lifting up and down. So just lifting up and down, using your chest to help you with this movement. At the same time, everything is starting from your core. So you're using your abs to lift, find the length through your spine, tucking your chin just slightly here. Now you can add the toe tap with this movement. So as you lift on up, lower your leg down, and then bring it back up. Again, lower and lift. Using that core to help you. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one here. And release back down, placing your foot back down on the mat. Let's switch it out now. So same thing, but on the other side. Hand goes behind your head. Other hand goes down your thigh. So you're stabilizing. You want to keep the hips nice and level. You can either go into the toe tap, lowering your leg down and up, using your breath to help you. Or you can start with that leg in tabletop. Add the chest lift first. So upper abdominals are engaging a little bit more. Stabilizing through your hips. And press. Now you can add that toe tap, lift and lower. And press. And lift. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. So now taking both of your legs into that tabletop position. So I'm shimming my hips a little bit just to make sure they're stable. Take both of your legs into tabletop. You can either keep them here or you can cross one knee over. So you still want to find that connection of your abs engaging, hips are stabilizing. Take both of your legs down an inch or 2 and then lift on up. So it's a smaller movement. You can also just go into a regular toe tap here. You don't have to cross at the knees. Keeping the chest nice and open and feeling that connection from your shoulder blades up on the mat so you're not overarching through your upper back here. You want to feel the rib cage come in and together. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and then release and place your feet back down on the mat. So now the same thing, but on the other side. So just crossing your opposite leg over, taking both legs into tabletop, keeping the chest open and the hips level. Lower your legs down an inch or 2 and then lift them back on up. So this is a small movement here, keeping that chest nice and open. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then release. Placing your feet on the mat, just rotate your knees to one side. You can take your arms out to cactus and look over that opposite shoulder to get that release through your low back. Just breathe with this movement here. And now you can rotate to the opposite side, taking your knees on over, looking over your opposite shoulder here. Just keeping that chest nice and open. Two more deep breaths. And then bring it back to center. Take one leg over the opposite knee. Going into this figure 4 stretch, you can stay here or you can lift your leg on up and place your hands behind your thighs. You're opening up through your hip. Be careful that you're not pressing on your knee itself. You're just getting that release through the hip. And then you can lower it back down, switch it out. Same thing now, just on the opposite side. So finding that nice figure 4 stretch, lifting on up. You can place your hands behind your thigh. You can either use your elbow or your hand and place it on your thigh so you get a little bit of a deeper stretch through the hip itself. And then you can uncross your legs, hug your knees into your chest. You can bring your forehead to your knees. You can either roll to your side to sit on up, or you can do rolling like a ball to sit all the way back up. Now, cross your legs, go onto all fours, keeping that chest nice and open, finding that length in your spine. Press away from the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips back on up into downward dog. So you can walk your feet in just a little bit more to get a deeper stretch through the back of your legs here. One more breath. And now walk your feet forward, taking them out towards the edges of your mat. So your legs are wide. Hinging from your waist, reaching down towards the mat so you get that stretch through your hamstrings. Again, finding the length in your spine here. Walk your hands over to one leg so your chest is over your thigh. Using that breath to help you. One more breath here. And then walk your hands towards your opposite leg. So chest is more over your thigh in this position. Finding the length through your spine here. And then you can walk your hands back to center. So you're getting a little bit more of a lift out of your hips, reaching down towards the mat. Bend your knees, roll it on up, or you can walk your hands up your thighs in that neutral position. Taking your legs underneath your hips, reach your arms up and overhead, bend your elbows into cactus, open up your chest, and now bend your knees. Hinge from your hips, bringing your arms in, so your arms are in line with your shoulders, and then open up your chest, lift from your chest up towards the ceiling to get that extension in. Again, bending through your knees, hinging forward, and open. One more here. Nice big inhale, Exhale to reach and open, lifting your arms up and overhead, and then release down by your sides. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you next time. Bye.